How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Battlegrounds Game Center. I'm Patrick, and today we're taking a look at Elden Ring, the board game. This is a brand new Kickstarter from Steamforged Games, most known for their Dark Souls Kickstarter that they did originally, and then of course the Resident Evil games, Horizon Zero Dawn, along with Guild Ball and such, and then they've also just taken control of War Machine, which we will be doing some content for here real soon, but we are looking at one of their board games today, Elden Ring. I really like Steamforged. They're a lot of fun. Their games are just good beer and pretzel games that you just really enjoy to sit down with some friends and you just have a nice thematic night. I really love their Resident Evil games, all of them, 1, 2, and 3. I specifically like 3 the most, I think, and then 1, just be how the gameplay evolved over the time since 2 and such. But we have Elden Ring though, so this is, if you're unaware, Elden Ring is a very popular video game series by From Software, who has done the Dark Souls series, Demon Souls, and all that. And it was very, very big when it first came out, I believe it 2 years ago at this point, which is, wow, time. But they did the backing of this, I believe, over a year ago on Kickstarter. So this is the Realm of the Grafted King core set. I don't have everything here with me today, like the Weeping Peninsula and Stormveil Castle. This is what I got, personally. I think the store will be getting this in stock eventually as far as like retail is concerned. But I wanted to go ahead and show this off, show you what's inside, some of the extras. These are all like the stretch goals, Iron Fist Alexander, and then I also bought the recessed boards because they looked pretty necessary because this game is very card driven. So I have those. So we're going to take a look at everything here right now. All right, so right off the bat, yes, recessed boards. This is what the boards are going to look like, where your cards are going to go. I think this is very similar to how Monster Hunter played, which is another Steamforged game that they had. They have a really good relationship with Capcom, it would seem, so they've been doing all their games. I'm really hoping for a Dino Crisis one day. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, I just got the recessed boards just to make everything just a little bit easier while playing. Honestly, I probably won't even need these. I'm probably going to be playing solo most of the time, but maybe I'll convince my wife to play a game with me here at some point. But there are the boards. We're going to actually start small today and work our way up to the big boy because this thing is huge. So we have Iron Fist Alexander. This is one of the extras you could get if you back the campaign. So one of the cool things that they decided to do for this campaign, compared to some of their other ones, is they actually have textured bases now, if you can kind of see that. So you got like the brick and some of the ground. So if you do paint these and you want to make them look nice, you don't even have to worry about basing them anymore. You can just paint it. So I really like that. And even if you don't paint it, like these are still really nice looking models. So he, of course, comes with some cards. So these, again, not 100% sure how they all play out, so they're all marching order. Yeah, so he's got a Spirit Ash card, so how he works as a Spirit Ash. Looks like he's got some AI, maybe. So very cool. Maybe he's like a fight as well in the game. So he's a special type of Spirit Ash. He can only be summoned in a boss, dungeon, or gauntlet encounter, where you have 3 rows. And okay, so he's got some stipulations to him, but he is a summon. Very cool. So that's Iron Fist Alexander. Next, we're going to look at the Limgrave Depths. This is the stretch goal box. Again, we're saving the big box for last. I do want to make note. So since I backed this, and I don't think this will be how it is in retail, but they have this like really nice UV printed box. These are just like very pretty black and gold boxes. They don't show any of the game on the backs, but they got the, Arise Now, Ye Tarnished. So very cool. A little shiny on camera because of lights. But we have a rule book here. So Limgrave Depths. I know this is just additional things you can add to your campaign. 258 cards, which we will not go through all of. You have Bled, the Half-Wolf. It comes with some new Tarnished, a Warrior, and a Wretch. You got 3 bears, 6 skeletons, and a few bosses here. So the Mad Pumpkinhead is awesome. So expansion, how you add things in. There's more hex tiles. So, and then the battle map in this is going to be a book that will go together, and you'll have like different spots is where the characters will go and they'll move around. Very similar to Monster Hunter, but in its own way. You got behaviors there. Very cool. And yeah, that's just going over the different gauntlets and stuff. So this looks like some story stuff. You got some NPCs, some merchants, So not a very big rule book. It's just it has all the extra stuff in it though. So then we got our encounter books, which there are a few of. It looks like there is 4 of them in total. So again, when you open these up, you'll have your contents. So the first one's going to be the Murkwater Catacombs. So there's a little bit of story there. This is a very story-driven game compared to I'm kind of comparing it to Monster Hunter again, but Monster Hunter had like some story elements to it, and then you would do a boss and then such. This seems similar, but way more expanded with world exploration and such. So you got quite a bit here. So then we got what an encounter map might look like, what enemies are set up in there. So I don't want to show too much, but yeah, you can see here. So this is the Demi-Human Queen boss. This is only a section, so you're actually going to looks like you're going to take all 4 of these books, put them together, and you'll have a map. Those are books. We got minis. So looks like we got some skeletons here. Steamforged always has had really good miniatures. They have a miniature range for their like epic encounters and stuff like that, which are really nice. So you got some very nice skeletons. Looks like they're all monopose, which is fine. It's a board game. So we got skeletons. So we got our hex tiles, which we're not going to go through, but this is how the map exploration is going to work. We'll look at it more in the big box. But they have like little icons, how they connect and stuff. So very cool. A whole host of cards, which again, we're not going through today. But this is like the warrior starting weapon. So this is like their starting trait card, it looks like. And then you have more information. And the combat is like deck driven. So very cool. However, everybody wants to see the minis, right? So we got our Tarnished, which looks like we've got our warrior here first. Just got like some dual blades going on. Again, with the textured bases. We've got our Wretch, which, you know, if you want to play Ooga Boonga, there you go. And then we have Blide, which is awesome. The half-wolf, you know, he's got the jacket, the giant sword, the wolf head. Very nice. Very big. Then we got some bears. So nice little pack of bears here to fight. And you wouldn't be complete with bears unless you had a rune bear. And you get 2 of them. These massive things. They're terrifying the first time you play the game, when you first run across them in the woods. Very terrifying. But again, textured bases. Very nice. We've got a Demi-Human Queen. Pretty big. A little bendy, but that's okay. Very easy to fix. And then, Mad Pumpkinhead. So, very nice. Nice hunched back over dude who just punk, hits you in the with his face. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So, that is the Limgrave's Deaths, like stretch goals and everything. So, I'd say it's about time that we take a look at this bad boy. All right, so we have Realm of the Grafted King here. This is a massive box, essentially just goes into a calyx, and there you go. I don't have any of those, but hopefully it fits in one of my bookshelves. We will find out. So, get the top off, and oh boy. All right, so kind of a similar setup where we got some minis on the top here, the rule book. So this is the scenario book, actually, so you can see how thick this is. And that's got all of your scenarios in it, how you set them up for combat. So quite a bit there. We're not going to go through that for spoilers reasons. We do have our rule book, if I can get it out. So 62 pages, which is a lot, but Steamforged Games usually has a lot of like examples and stuff like that. Breakdown of all the components, quite a few components. Gonna have to assemble some dials, it looks like. The different Tarnished that come in the game, the Astrologer, Prophet, Samurai, and Vagabond. And then all the other sets, like Stormveil Castle and Weeping Peninsula, also have extra Tarnished in it. So if you want everything, you're gonna have to pick those up as well. I just went for the basic set for the time being, because I have way too many games and not enough time to play them. So, very cool. How you set up a campaign, playing a campaign, enemy encounters, combat, and such. And then some alternate game modes. Very cool. Then we got our encounter books, which I'm assuming there's also 4 of. Yep. A, B, C, and D. Again, they're going to have different maps, different fights, stuff like that. So we're not going to go through all this for spoiler reasons. But there's your encounter books. And then we have some miniatures here. Very cool. The little dudes of clubs. I forget what they're called. I haven't played Elden Ring in a while. Then we got a little cover here. So shows you the campaign structure. So you have the Weeping Peninsula you would play first, and the Realm of the Grafted King, and the Stormveil Castle. But then you have things like Flying Dragon, Agiel, Erdtree Avatar, and the Limgrave Depths that just go into the main game. So if you want to do it in order, you would start here and then here and then here, but then you can add those things in if you have it all. So that's a nice handy thing to have. These are the regular playing boards. So again, I went for Recess because I feel like cards and tokens are just going to slide all over the place with these. Nice to have still, in case of any reason. But not going to be playing with these. Got some token sheets. So some dials that you got to build. Some just regular tokens here. So only 3 sheets of tokens, which is not too egregious. Sometimes games have way too many tokens. All right. So first box of miniatures, though. We've got the bats. I believe these are fell bats. They got some good wingspan to them. And you got 6 of those, which is insane. We got a rat. A few rats, probably. Very cool. We've got beastmen. And looks like we've got some Limgrave soldiers. Very nice. So yeah, that is that. It's just the bats, a rat, some 1 beastman, and some soldiers. But we got more. You can't even see into this box. We've got wolves and more rats. So there's a slightly smaller rats, but still quite a few of them. Got a bunch of wolves. I am kind of a little sad that they're all monopose, that they don't have like at least 2 different sculpts for each, since it seems like there's 6 of each, like having 3 one sculpt, 3 another, but yeah, it is what it is. And then we have the little gargoyle dudes that are in like the tombs and catacombs, stuff like that. I don't remember their names, but these guys are annoying in the game. If you don't watch out, they'll gang up on you. All right, and then, okay, so I can't even see into the box now. We got some baggies for tokens. Very cool. We've got, oh man. Ugh. Oh, there's so much more. Okay, so here's a big box of miniatures. So we, of course, have all the tiles for the game. We've got these big guys, these demi-human. I forget, again, their name. It's been so long since I've played the game. But there's 2 of those. You have the Guardian here, who is very... I don't know how to describe like my feeling towards this thing when I first fought it. I guess uncanny is what I would say, because it's got like the cat head, and it's just a weird how it moves. But this thing is really cool. I like that we got one of these. We of course got the Tree Sentinel Guardian on his horse. Caused so many people to just be like, nah, I don't want to play this game. So very, very cool. Very cool to see. We have 2 giants, if I can get it out. All right. So again, they're all the same sculpt, so I'm just showing one, but we got 2 different giants here. I'm assuming they fight in a pair. Very cool. And then lastly, we got, of course, Margit, the Fell Omen. First boss of the game. The true, are you going to play this game or not, boss? So, I'm not to toot my own horn, but I did beat him in like 3 tries. So, yeah, get good, right? Anyways, sorry. No, he's a very cool sculpt. I love he's got like his base kind of elevates a little bit here. That's very nice, and he's got a lot of detail on him. Very chunky. Got that nice tail there. Awesome. So yeah, those are all or most of the boss minis. I think most of the miniatures. There's a few more, would you believe it? But yeah, let's get to that last layer, show it off. I gotta like really dig in here. So this is mainly cards at this point, but there are a few miniatures. Oh, this is heavy. Okay, this is where all the weight came from. So we got those to build the pieces there. We got all the cards, which again, we're not going through, but we do have our different character miniatures. So pull all those out. Magic user there. Very nice. And the samurai. Probably the one I will play as. I got like a regular warrior here. Very cool. So we've got 2 more models here. These are the last ones. 2 more of the warriors. There's only 2 sculpts of each, so I'm assuming they're kind of like mini bosses or something like that. So very cool. But that is everything that comes in Elden Ring, the board game, Realm of the Grafted King, along with the stretch goals, and Iron Fist Alexander. So I believe we will get this at some point through retail. This is just my own copy that I wanted to break open and take a look at. But when we do get it in stock, we will make announcements on our Facebook. So go ahead and go over there to make sure that you keep track of all of the new releases, as well as our Instagram. We always have our new releases posted on both of those places. So if you enjoyed this content though, and you want to see more like it, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. But until next time, I'm Patrick at Battlegrounds Game Center. See you later.